Hey guys, it's Laura. I'm going to attempt to show you how to do the audition dance for Drowsy Chaperone. First, I'm going to show like a regular run through of it and then go step by step and then another run through altogether.
Cold feet, brother, you got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Younger feet, old feet can be uncontrolled feet. Rather make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches played in ragtime swing make frigid souls come alive and take that dive. Cold feet.
Starting off with the girl's first pose, you're going to have one foot that you're going to kind of slightly bend your knee. And the other leg, I think your right leg has to be specifically that one. You're going to pop it up. So you're just going to be standing on the ball of your right foot. And the point of your right foot is going to be facing right. So basically, you're going to also bend the left leg because you don't want to hurt yourself. And then your hands are going to be on your hips. Try to find your natural waist. Kind of rest them there. So you're kind of doing a little sassy pose thing. So this is how you start out. You're going to wait in this position for the first intro of the song to go through, and then you're going to move on to the next dance step. So the next step, after you have your pose, you're going to do the first move on a 4 count. Pardon me if there's any dinging noises when I reach up because there's a fan above me. But first thing you're going to do is kind of a little flick away thing, kind of just sassy little flick away thing while you're still in your pose, and your right hip is going to kind of pop towards your hands on each one. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to end with your hands kind of high. Because after that, you're going to do jazz hands straight up with palms facing what would be the audience. And you do jazz hands down, but this time your hip is going to be popping left. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of a subtle difference, but you gotta kind of keep that in mind because you gotta switch gears. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna be popping left and then popping right. The next move is a bit difficult. This is probably the hardest part of the dance, but you only do it twice. And if you repeat it and practice it a few times, it's easier. I still mess up, so don't be too afraid of this, just practice a whole bunch. This is called a pas de bourrée, fancy ballet terms. Basically, we won't worry about arms first. I'm just kind of going to do them so you can see. But first thing, you're going to step your right leg back, be on your tippy toes, and then your other foot's going to meet it, still on your tippy toes. And then you're going to step forward with your right leg in kind of a lunge. So it's going to go kind of quick, and it's going to go bum, bum, bum. So I like to do ballerina step. So you're going to do that. And then you're going to do the same thing in the opposite direction. The other way is going to be opposite for when you do the backwards way. Your left foot is going to step back. Then your right foot's going to meet it. And you're going to step forward, kind of lunge with your left leg this time. So all together, it's going to look something like this. It's going to up, up, down, up, down. So just practice that a few times. It's kind of not a very intuitive move, but if you do it a few times, you'll be able to get it. So I do ballerina lunge, over and over again. Just practice it enough times that you kind of get a muscle memory for it. The next move after this is a little complicated. After you do your pas de bourrée, you're going to take your leg right here, your right leg is going to be back a little more. You're going to do a kick, and you want to point your toes, otherwise it's going to be like, eh. So you're going to do a kick, step back with this leg, step back on your right leg, step back forward on your left leg, and then you're going to kick again, but this time, Pay attention. This time you're going to do a fan kick. It looks really scary and intimidating, but you can honestly do it as low as you need as long as you keep your balance. And you just kind of want it to be smooth and nice. So it's going to be kick, step, step, fan. So again, that's another move you want to practice a few times. Feel free to rewind the video a few times and re-practice things. So after you do your kick, step, step, fan, you're going to do the exact same thing you did, but backwards. So this time, you're going to have your left leg come back first and do the pas de bourrée and step. So you're tiptoe, step, tiptoe, like this. And then you're going to do the same thing, kick with your left leg this time. Step back, rock back forward on your right leg, and fan. So all together, that whole section is going to do this pas de bourrée, up, down, kick, step, step, fan. And then pas de bourrée, kick, step, step, fan. Again, repetition is key. It's not something very intuitive. You've got to get muscle memory to be able to do it correctly. So now I'm going to do a count of everything we just learned. If you don't feel like you have anything set yet, go back to where I first showed that, rewatch it, and repeat it a few more times. But from the beginning, you have your pose, and then you're going to do 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tiptoe step, tiptoe step, kick, step, step, fan. Tiptoe step, step, kick, step, step, fan. With your arms, for the whole part, for the pas de bourrée, when you step back, you do your step back, you kind of bring your arms in, kind of like an awkward, like, robo-hug. And then for outs, you're going to kind of have little ballerina hands off to the side. And then again this way, and this way. And then kind of do like little Charleston hands for the kick. Because it'll help you balance yourself a little bit, and that way your arms like aren't all over the place. So again, from the beginning, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, flick, 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 jazz hands, jazz hands, jazz hands, jazz hands, pas de bourrée, kick, step, step, and pas de bourrée, kick, step, step, fan. After doing this, things get a bit easier. You're going to do this thing called a sugar, where basically, if you're standing facing the feet forward, you're going to part them a little bit, and you're going to mostly kind of have support on the balls of your feet. Kind of helps that I'm wearing character shoes, but if you don't, just slightly put the weight on the balls of your feet. And starting with your right, you're going to swing your heel in, and that's one sugar, and then you're going to do the opposite. And you're going to do this, so it's going to go back to the position. So heel swing, in. So you're going to do that 5 times. You're going to do, as you're doing this heel swing, practice that a few times first. You're going to do little spirit fingers up. You're going to do spirit fingers up, and then there's at one point where you're going to just pop your hands up again. So you're going to be doing this, and then pop, and then you're going to jazz hands down for the next part. So you're going to do spirit fingers, and pop after you do 5 sugars. You're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 5, you pop. You kind of freeze for a second. And the next thing is you're going to do the sugars, but forward. It seems kind of complicated, but you need to lift up the ball of your foot as you do this. You're not just going to slide. So you do this, you sugar inward, and you kind of, it's hard to say from this angle, but you can do this, and you're kind of stepping while you sugar. And as you do that, you're going to do jazz hands down from that. Here we go. So it's sugar, 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 pop, sugar, 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 sugar. You're going to do 4 sugars forward. So practice that a bit. The sugars are not that difficult. You're just swinging your heels forward. If you practice that a little more and being able to pick it up as you swing forward, that's helpful. The next part, most people know this. This is called the Charleston, and it's pretty simple. You're going to step forward with your right leg, and then kick with your left, and then step back with your left. So you're kind of swinging forward, swing back, kind of like leaning on this left leg. And then you're gonna take this right foot and you're just gonna tap. Don't step on it because you have to bring this forward again. It's gonna throw off your momentum. So just, you wanna tap back. You tap, and then you step, and you kick. Just repeat this a few times, and you're gonna do step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step, tap. You're always gonna start stepping with your right leg, otherwise you'll be thrown off from everyone else and you'll look bad. So you step, kick, step, tap. It's a pretty easy move. You kind of just go with your own body momentum, and you do use little hands again, partly to like balance yourself, but like they swing. They just swing. I don't know. You kind of find your own natural rhythm. I don't know how to say it exactly, but when you step forward on your right leg, they are swinging right and left. So you're just going to keep the same kind of rhythm, and it's not very difficult. So after you do 4 Charlestons, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this part's a little bit more complicated. You're going to be moving back through this move. After you like step back, you're going to move your right foot and you're going to step. You're going to be like tangent to the audience, that's the word. You can be tangent to like whoever your audience is. And then you're going to step with your right, cross back with your left. In the other video, I crossed forward. That's wrong. Don't do that. You're going to step with your right, cross back with your left, step with your right again, and as you step, you're going to turn, and you're going to kind of do ballet arms just to kind of help you with the turning motions. So it'll be step, cross, step, turn, and then you do it again. Step, cross, step, turn. You want to be, if you don't have a lot of space behind you, you want to do smaller turns and steps. But for kind of the steps, you kind of just want to do kind of Charleston hands, but outward a little bit. So you're going to do step, cross, step, turn, step, cross, whoops, step, turn. I will occasionally cross forward. That's my own fault. I got used to that. It's wrong. Step, you're going to cross backwards. So it's kind of a difficult transition from the Charleston to the step turn thingy. So that's definitely also something you want to practice. So let's do the whole thing again from the beginning. And again, feel free to go back and review other parts if you don't feel ready to do this whole part all together. So it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, flip, 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 flip. Jazz hands, jazz hands, jazz hands, jazz hands. Step, step, lunge, step, step, lunge. Kick, step, step, fan. Step, step, lunge, step, step, lunge. Kick, step, step, fan. Sugar, 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 sugar. And then Charleston. Notice that. Tap, step, tap, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step, tap, and then back. That's all together. I might have made a few mistakes. I'm getting really tired. But, yeah. So after you're back here, after you've done your twists, this is pretty easy, but again, it's kind of a weird transition. So you've done your turn, and you're back, and then you take your hands up, and you snap them down to your left, while your left foot points forward to the right. You're going to do this, and then hands back up again, this foot goes back, and then the other way, and this again, and then, again, it's a difficult transition, so you're just going to do step right, step left, step right. You're only doing 3, even though it feels like you should do 4. After you do the third one, you're going to kind of do like a wide V with your feet. For those who don't know ballet terms, it's just a, wide V. Then you're going to take your hands and do like a funny little diving thing. And you're going to bend your knees. You're going to go down and like do a dive. And then you're going to land in this position for the girls. So that's the very end of the song. And it's pretty intuitive at that point. So this time we're going to do it from the beginning with music. So I'm going to get that started, and you want to start out in your position. as just a way to keep steady and look serious as much as you can. So here we go.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man, shaking and a-quaking, trembling like them afraid cats do. Something, baby, bothering you. Cold feet, brother, you got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Younger feet, old feet can be uncontrolled feet. Rather make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches played in ragtime swing make frigid souls come alive and take that dive. Cold feet, small feet.
So thanks again for watching my video. Again, go back and review as much as you need to. Watch this 1,000 times if you have to. Practice makes perfect. It's a tough dance. And the more you practice, the better you'll look out. And you might want to, it's smart to use a mirror so you can kind of observe yourself and see what mistakes you're making. Or film yourself and see what mistakes you're making. Have other people be an audience. And just practice a lot. You're going to be tired and sweaty like me, but it's worth it because plays are fun. Good luck at auditions.